Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to a slightly different and changed network marketing show this afternoon. We were going to have Sushma Bragg on talking about forever living products, but technology has got in the way of that. So what we thought we would do is talk about something which is fairly topical at the moment, and then apply that to how the network marketing industry may be reacting to it. So we've got Sarah May Law on, or is it just Sarah Law now?
Sarah Law. The May has dropped because it was actually my fake stage name.
Okay, so it's just Sarah Law now. Well, right, Sarah, so I'm in the driving seat today, and we're going to talk about the EU referendum, and we're going to talk about what the impact of that has been or is likely to be on network marketing. So has there been any, apart from just a general banter, has there been any concern, or has there been any talk in the network marketing circles about Brexit?
Oh, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can now, yeah.
Sorry, something happened to the internet. Technology, it's not happy. Sorry, can you just repeat what you said?
Yeah, I was saying about basically we've had the Brexit go on. What's been the sort of mood on the street with regard to this in the network marketing sort of community?
It's a tough one, really. It's a confusing situation, and I think it's because people really don't know what's going to happen. Either way, I think. Obviously people voted in and some people voted out, but nobody knows really what that means. And being out, nobody really knows what that entails and what it means and what it's going to be trading in different countries. The problem I find is the fact that politicians and people say certain things, but it's like, is that really what's going to happen? And nobody seems to know. So there definitely has been talk about it within the industry, I do believe, in the network marketing industry, because many people were concerned about, does that mean we can trade in other countries still, or is that going to change things, or is it going to change the price of products and the capability of globalizing, and things like that have definitely been discussed. But yeah, it feels like it's a bit of an unknown territory as to what it actually means.
I mean, in terms of, your particular situation, I suspect it might be different for others, but essentially it's a global organization that trades in other countries, and the fact that there is trading going on in different European countries, I don't know whether it affects Arbon, but is Arbon set up as a European headquarters and then a US headquarters, or is it Arbon Inc. and each country is its own entity?
So we were Arbon Europe Sol, but I think that changed. So it was like Arbon had different trading. But I think that recently, before the whole Brexit happened, I think that actually changed, and it's now separate in the UK, I believe. I mean, the UK corporate team are amazing, and that they've emailed us all saying we're keeping a close eye on everything. We're making sure that we keep you all up to date with anything that's happening, and where we can be of help and assistance. But we're changing for us at the moment, absolutely nothing. So you've got nothing to really worry about, which has been very reassuring. Who knows, in the future what that will mean with regard to globalization, because Arbon isn't yet a global company. It's in 6 countries now, but it is in the process of globalization. So it just depends on what that means with regards to the globalization aspect. But at present, I don't think it will change anything right now.
Yeah, so I mean, one of the other big problems is, of course, with VAT and the way the VAT is dealt with. But of course, as an organisation which trades in many countries, well, not many, but quite a few countries, each of those countries would have its own. I mean, the VAT element of it and everything else is all handled by the company, so there isn't any impact on the actual distributors themselves. Can you hear me?
Yes, sorry. Say that again.
So basically, the things like VAT rules and stuff like that, which affect obviously companies who are trading in Europe, doesn't come down and affect individual distributors, because all of the VAT and the taxation side of it is handled by the companies themselves.
Yeah, exactly. So it's not going to be as much of an issue as, I believe, individual business or a sole trader that's trading in different countries. I think because we fall under that umbrella of a larger organisation where they do have all those different things going on and the VAT sorted, then it's not so much of an issue as it would be for, like I said, an individual business that's trading elsewhere. But yeah, I think people were mainly concerned about, you know, it changing the price of the products in different countries, the prices going up and all that side of things. But at present, nothing is changing in the UK. But I guess it's a bit like looking at it like, well, a lot of the companies trade in many countries already that aren't, you know, part of the EU, and that's all fine. So it's just viewing it with that same mentality as to not, you know, panic about it. And I think that's the good thing about people who are in the network marketing industry. There hasn't been that much, you know, like, oh my goodness, panic. They're like yes people. So they're not people that easily get phased by change. You know, they embrace change and they make the best of any situation. So I know so many people who, you know, whether it was an in or an out, were very much like, well, whatever happens, we just make the best of what happens and we'll deal with it. Whereas a lot of other people, I don't feel, have had that attitude of, do you know what, you know, change is inevitable in life. We just have to all stick together and make change a good thing. I think a lot of other people maybe have gone, oh, panic and stressed about it. And then it's like this big outroar between people who voted in and people who voted out. It's become like a big war, which it doesn't need to be. It needs to be us all sticking together and actually, you know, uniting rather than battling.
No, definitely. Okay, it was just interesting because we had this sort of short opportunity to have a conversation about something. It made sense to talk about something that we could slot in and that would be fairly interesting for people in the industry and people who might be looking at it to consider. So
yeah,
interesting times ahead.
Yeah, absolutely. It's one of those things, isn't it? It's like we're still in a bit of a grey area where nobody really knows what the outcome is going to be from it. I think it'll take a good year or two to actually know what it has caused, what the differences will be through not being a part of the EU. And it's a bit like we're all just kind of guessing at the moment because it's still a bit in limbo and nobody really knows what the differences are.
No, definitely. All right, okay. Well, we'll have it as a wrap. I know you've got to get on. So thanks for coming on here with me, and we'll be here again in 2 weeks. I think we've actually got somebody from World Travel coming on to see us in a couple of weeks' time. So that'll be interesting.
Well, very different from what we had in the past. So
yeah, absolutely. All right, okay. Take care now, and see you soon.
You too. Bye, everyone.
Bye.